Hi guys, I'm Tamara from Tamara's Jewelry Box, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make materials needed for this are any 4mm beads. I'm using crystals, 8 beads in any color you'd like, and you'll also need 11 seed beads in any color you choose. You will also need a needle, jump ring, and clasp of your choice, and some fireline thread. You will need a lighter as well as your cutting pliers. That's all the materials you will need. So what I've done so far is threaded my fireline onto my needle. Then I'm going to take the other end of the fireline, this one that's not attached to the needle, and I'm going to take my lighter and I'm going to light up the edge, blow it, and if you see, you have like a little ball there. That is going to stop your beads from rolling off. That is a great tip instead of having to tie knots. I mean, we will have to tie knots, but you know, just easier, and makes life much easier. So the first thing that you're going to pick up is 3 11 seed beads. Roll them down. You are going to need also 2 8 seed beads, or 6 O's, whichever ones you are using. You're going to need 2 4mm, and like I said, I'm using crystals, but in the picture that I've showed you before, I used rounds. So you can use rounds or bicones or whatever you want. So I picked up 2 of those. I'm going to pick up 2 8 and 2 11s. I'm going to slide them all down and tie them into a knot so that I create a circle. So I've tied my beads into a circle, and that is how it looks. Nothing too hard, just very, very simple knot, very easy. And then what I did was I sewed through the first bead that I put on. So just like that, just the one that has the 3 seed beads or whatever. Just find the one that you first put on. Okay, now we're going to work our way around odd count tubular peyote stitch, and I will show you what that is. So you are exiting out of an 11 so you will pick up an 11. You will skip a bead and go through the next, just like that. Okay, you are exiting a 8. So you're going to pick up an 8 and go through the crystal. Just like so. Work your way around. I'm just going to do a few more with you so that you get the hang of it. Pick up a crystal because you are exiting the crystal and go through the 8. Now it looks a mess, but I'm just telling you, in a few more seconds, really, you will see a difference. Pick up an 8 because that's what you are exiting, and skip a bead and go through the next. You are exiting an 11 now, and skip a bead, go through a bead, and then now is where the tricky part comes out. Well, not so tricky, but you just have to realize what you're doing. You are exiting out the last bead of the bottom layer, right? This looks so complicated. Let's just pick all the beads that we added up. So now you're exiting 11-0. You're gonna go to the bead that you first added for the second row. So basically the one that's popping out. That one, the one that's popping right out. Oops. Wait a minute. Sorry, untangled a second. My tail got stuck. Okay, very simple. Just like that. See, it's already sitting in place. So just continue doing the same thing, but now it'll be easier because you're only going to go through the ones popping out. Told you it's going to get easier. Exiting an 8-0. Go through the crystal that's popping out. Okay? Hope you guys get the hang of it. And when I just pulled this 8-0, everything's starting to sit up. And you see that? That is exactly what you want. Just continue. I'm going to do a few more and just keep you posted what's going on. So I've done some more and it's getting into shape. So it's going to start, going to the side. It's hard to see on camera, but it's like more like mushed because it's going to be like a spiral. You'll see what I'm talking about as you continue. I'll keep you posted. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's so easy. And you see the spiral already starting to form. So I'm going to continue and show you how it looks when I'm almost done. So as you guys can see, I've been working on this and it's coming out so pretty. I love it. And it's taking shape. And now I'm almost done my thread. So I wanted to show you how I tie it off and start a new thread. So I'm exiting this bead here, but it doesn't really matter what bead you're exiting. You just have to remember what bead it is. Otherwise your whole project is messed up. So just tie it, go through a bead, take your cutters, take your lighter again, and then you don't need to tie another knot. Isn't that awesome? Now, remember where your needle needs to be. I'm just going to stick my needle there so that I won't forget. I'm going to take my fire line, put some on the needle. And then we'll be good to go and I'll show you what to do. So I put my thread through my needle and I burned the bottom. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back into where it was and just continue from there just like that. So, and then just continue project. So now that I got to the length I want, this is how it should look. And you should do about like 7.5 inches because the thicker it is, the longer it needs to be. And this is without the clasp, and we need to add some more. The next step we need to do is just continue on doing the same pattern, but only adding seed beads. So pick up a seed bead, and you are exiting out of 8-0. Just do the same thing that you've been doing, but just instead of picking up an 8-0, pick up a seed bead. Just like that till you reach like about there. So the point of doing that is actually to close off the circle. Now you're just going to pick up a seed bead and we're going to close it even more. You're going to skip that bead and go into that one. So basically we're just trying to close off the whole circle so you guys can get the point of that and just close it off, and then I'll show you what to do. Now it's time to add the clasp. So I'm going to take the lobster claw part and just sew through the hole. Bring it all the way down and just sew back like across there with it. So it's on. Now sew all around it, tie it off, and then do the same thing, just adding seed beads on the other side to close this off, and then we'll be done and add your other end of the clasp band. I'll show you how it looks when I'm done. So I'm finally done this bracelet, and this is how it looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Please subscribe, comment, and like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!